Alrighty, so we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm probably not going to edit this video too much. I'm going to leave a lot of uncut footage put in this video because a lot of this video is going to be about the process, not so much me talking. But if you're new here, welcome. I pretty much just play games and talk for the most part. I'll occasionally do some different videos here and there, you know, a lot of variety. I haven't really found a niche yet, so we're just going with the flow. Now I know in the title I probably put something along the lines of trash artist attempts art. Does that really make sense? Probably not, but for the most part, I just make my thumbnails. All of them are made by me. A lot of them, though, are just cropped images. I don't really do too much drawing, so I figured for a challenge, might as well try to actually draw some images. Now, I thought about doing this a while ago, but I didn't really know what images to reference. However, I have a friend that is actually a bit more of an artist. I'll actually call her an artist. She does art as a hobby, and so I thought, well, I can just use one of her images to reference. So I didn't really want to just grab someone else's image from online. It might copyright, you know, it's a bit of an issue. Even if it's not exactly copyright, it's still I kind of feel bad about it, right? I don't like the idea of like stealing someone's image or whatever. It just had a bit uncomfortable with me. However, I can steal my friend's art. Now I have not asked her if I can do this. So if you see an angry comment down below calling me a baka, that's probably her. So anyway, well, I think we'll just go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to be trying to just draw this image exactly. And then for a second challenge, I'm going to be trying to draw a robed whale using like this image as a reference. I kind of want to get like just this, but it's going to be a robed whale. So we'll see how this goes. For starters, I'm just going to kind of recreate like this canvas so that I can actually know what I'm drawing inside of. So I can just use 2D shapes in this case. I am using Paint 3D. That's what I make all my thumbnails in, because really I'm not doing anything too complex to need a fancy software. I know artists tend to use more fancy software, ideally something that allows them to add layers so that they can remove layers if need be, but we'll see how this goes. Boy. Now, I do not have exactly steady hands, so this might be a bit problematic. That's part of why I struggle to draw. I don't really have steady hands, and using a mouse is a little bit more difficult for that. It's something I've always complained about in life. I've always felt bad about it. Anyway, I think we'll go ahead and try to make the background. Hopefully I can use the paint tool. Yep, there we go with the bucket. Should I add the detail before or after? Oh man, that looks rough. I think let's go ahead and try to draw the cat. I'm just going to use black in this case, and then we'll kind of get going. I wonder how much I should even zoom in. I have heard from other artists that something they do is they use like regular 2D shapes and then just kind of like, I guess, like sort of outline the image. So like, for example, if I were to do this, maybe I'd block right there, grab a circle, like kind of this is like the head, for example. So then we could, I don't know, do something like that. And then triangles for like the ears. I don't know, do something maybe sort of like that. And then kind of shrink this as well. And then this ear would be like pointing away. It's a bit more so like that. And then maybe they would put another square kind of down here at the bottom right hand corner. Line that up. I heard that like artists do something like this and then they kind of just put another layer over it where they actually get the more fine details, the lines. So I heard. I'm probably not going to do that because I suck at that. I have not learned it. I'm not an artist, nor do I really have like art as a hobby, even though I know I have to create my thumbnails, but I'm not good at this stuff. I don't have steady hands. I did actually recently come across someone named like, it was like Ringo. Let me see if I can look it up really quick. What was her name? Ringo Tsuga. It's probably completely butchered, but I'll put the image in this edit right now so that you guys can see who I'm talking about. Okay, I needed some music for myself. This dead silence is going to kill me. And I'll be putting music in the post edit so that you guys do not go insane. But anyway, I have recently discovered their channel. Gotta admit, I am like a little jealous. Like, I hate to admit it, because I try not to be jealous of others. But like, even though I'm jealous, oh gosh, it's not good. Yep, you see my unsteady hands right there. How far should I zoom in for this? Okay, well, oh man, like you're seeing my, oh man, oh gosh, this is already in shambles. I'm sorry. I was actually pretty decent at drawing with an actual like pencil and paper, but with mouse, oh gosh, this is a different story. Oh no, I might just have to embrace it. But as I was saying, I am like a little bit jealous of them because apparently they like blew up on their second second video. And hearing that, it's kind of like, man, I wish that could happen to me. But hey, I get it. They're actually talented, unlike me. So there's something that I kind of hate about YouTube or just social media. I feel like it puts a real spotlight on how untalented and how unskilled I am. It really just makes me feel worse about myself as you see all these people that are really successful, living the life, living the dream, and then here's just me, just some loser that feels like they have no potential, or like I'm not even that good at talking, man, and yet I do YouTube. It's like, yeah, I know hard work can help out. Trust me, I understand that. Now I'm going to be pausing here and there, so sorry about that. Oh gosh, no, bro. But like, yeah, I know, like Ringo, they are very talented. I get it. They put in the hard work, they put in the grind. I respect it 100%. You know, they deserve what they got, or they've earned what they got. I'm very happy for them. You know, they don't have to struggle so much. They get to live the life, they get to live the dream. I'm happy for them, even though I am a little bit jealous of them. It's not jealous with hatred or anything, like, oh boy, okay, a bit of a spasm right there. It's not jealous with hatred or anything, right? You know, I admire them. I get it. They're good. No problems with them at all. But man, I just feel so talentless. And I know hard work, yeah, you put in the hours, put in the grind. You know, if you ain't working 80 hours a day, you're doing it wrong. Hard work can only get you so far too. Like, I hate when people act like hard work is just automatic success. It's guaranteed to do well. If you put in hours, you put in the grind, you put in the hard work, you're going to be successful. No, that's not quite the case, man. There's been many times where you put in the grind, you put in the hard work, and yet you still fail, and that's one of the worst feelings ever. How does this look? Okay. It's just like, my problem is I don't feel like I'm talented at all for anything. It doesn't feel like I have any skills. I got a degree in computer science. I'm still looking for a job right now. It's rough. I don't really enjoy computer science though, to be honest. And yeah, I know, stupid of me to get a degree in something I don't enjoy, but I didn't know what else to really pick, because when I was at the point in my life where I had basically, after high school, once I graduated, I had to figure out what else I'm going to be doing, and that's a problem. I didn't know what to pick, so I just went with computer science, because I do at least like computers. Honestly, building computers is kind of fun, but like, you know, the job market for that is not so hot. So like, you're not at least making that much money, and like, yeah, money isn't everything. Money doesn't exactly buy happiness, but hey, it does make you at least be able to live stress-free. Oh, that is not good. I need to go a little bit more over. Honestly, this is not as bad as what I thought it would be. Hold on, let's go a little bit over. More. Ooh, not quite like that. I guess something that you could do is also just like kind of sketch the lines and then do more smooth lines afterwards. Because a lot of people do sketch out their artworks first and then do the finishing touches and whatnot. Go like that, like that. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit off. The not symmetry. What is this? Proportions? Yeah, okay. Proportions are a little bit off. Oh, let me undo that. Maybe I can go a bit more right here, I guess. Okay. Sure, and we'll do that. And I feel like this really puts a spotlight on how awful I am at this. Wait, where does that connect? Does that? Okay, that connects to this piece. Oh no, bro. Come on, let me draw back over this. But yeah, I really do feel like I screwed up with my life, to be honest, because I'm not really good at computer science, and I don't really want to do computer science either. But like, I just don't really know what else to do. Like, I'm trying to do YouTube, but it's just not working out, obviously. And like, I try to put in the hours for it. I try to put in the grind, even though I'm like uploading trash content daily. I get it. Not very creative. I don't really have a spark or pull for other people. You know, I understand. Because like, I see other people do it. I'm like, oh yeah, they're just playing games and talking. I can do that. And then I actually try it, and it's just not quite it. Like, I'm not so funny. I'm not so energetic. Like, why do people watch Queso? Because he's funny and energetic. He's entertaining. I do not have any of that. Sorry if I get quiet here and there. I'm just really thinking, oh man, this is so rough. Oh gosh. Okay, next ear. Hold on, I need to back out a little bit for this. Ooh, hold on, hand's shaking a little bit. Oh gosh, how does she do this, bro? Oh man, that ear is way too large now, isn't it? Or did I not go? Hold on, I need to undo that. Yes, the power of undoing. Wait. Maybe right there. Yep, okay, nice. And that's a little bit too much. Okay. Okay, something like that. Yeah, probably make it a little bit fatter, but that's okay. And oh gosh, I have no idea how she does those curves. They're such fine curves. Where does this go? I see. And then something like that, maybe? Okay, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. Alright, what should I do next? Should I do the eyes or the face? Guess I'll kind of try with the face. So, got that. I have more to talk about, don't worry. I'm just a little bit lost right now. I'm a little bit too focused, a little bit too locked in. Oh boy, and then she gets pretty fine detailed. Maybe just kind of like that. And I gotta say, my friend is pretty talented at drawing. I feel like she could really actually do art for something, you know? Actually somehow make a living off of doing art, but she chose not to. I don't really want to go into her life too much because that's for her to say if she wants to. But I mean, she's talented at art. And I'm not really talented at anything. Like, yeah, put in hard work, I get it, but still, there's a limit. You can only get so good at stuff. And just because you put in hard work does not mean that you are guaranteed to get good at it. Like if I don't know, let's say I wanted to exercise or something, get in better shape. Yeah, hard work will at least get me better, but it doesn't mean that I'll guarantee get a top 10% physique or something like that. Doesn't guarantee they'll have a crazy top 1% or top 10% body. I still have my own limits for how far I can go. And same with any sort of learning. There's just some stuff that does not really click too well with you no matter how hard you try. And it feels like my limit for anything is just average. Is that right? Okay, that's not the worst, I guess. And kind of got the eyelash or whatever. That one's a bit more spherical. Or not spherical, oval, like that. Honestly, this ain't as bad as what I was expecting it to be. I am slightly impressed, as sad as it is. But yeah, I'm also just kind of like at a point in my life where I'm a little bit stressed because, I'm after graduation. I don't know what to do with my life. Job searching for computer science, and I just don't really enjoy computer science either. And I don't really, like, a lot of the qualifications are just stuff that I do not have right now. They're asking for a lot, even for like entry level positions. I don't know, it's like my school just did not really teach me quite everything. That or things just changed, I don't know. And it's just like I don't want to work a job that I'm not going to be happy with for the rest of my life, because I do have a job right now where I work at a restaurant. I'm not currently working there. I only work there for the summers for the most part because they just don't get too busy at the other times of year. But I just want to do something that actually I enjoy. And YouTube's something I enjoy. I enjoy doing this. It would be nice to be able to make a living off of it. But I'm starting to feel like I'm just not cut out for it. Like I feel like I'm so much of a loser that in a race of losers I would come in second place because the person in first place, there I go, tripping over my words again. Yep. The person in first place would technically have won something, so therefore they are not the biggest loser. The person in last place would be the biggest loser because they come in last. So therefore they would technically have won something as well. But the person in second place, they're known for what could have been and yet still failing. Yeah, I know, despite all this, I know I don't have the worst life ever. I get it. I understand. I actually have a good family. I have a house. I'm not homeless. I don't have poor diseases or stuff like that. I get it. I understand. And it sucks to hear about that because I feel like I should have the worst life out there. It's sad to know there are people doing worse than me. And yet despite this, there are people that are doing worse than me that still get more success than me. I'm not trying to sound entitled by any means because, hey, I mean, who decides who deserves what, Not to exactly quote Escanor from the 7 Deadly Sins, but who decided that, Deserve is a strong word. I don't deserve anything, really. I've never really worked too much in my life. I get it. I'm not on that grind. Although, funny enough, I am really pushing myself to upload daily. It's really not all the time I want to upload. No, I tend to be a bit lazy. Yes, I do not put the most effort into my videos, but hold on, I'm trying to think right now, but I'm also trying to do this. What was I saying? But I'm also not trying to be a content creator, trying to be a YouTuber. I know that sounds silly, but there is a difference between the two, because the thing with YouTubers is I think that they're more personality based. It's not so much about what they're covering, it's about their personality, right? You watch their videos for them, not for whatever they're actually playing. Like, you're watching a YouTuber when you can just watch them play whatever game, even if it's a game you're not interested in. That's how you know that you're there for the person and not for their content. That's what I want. I want my channel to be about me, not about my content. And I push myself to upload daily. I keep at it, and I'm just starting to think that I'm not quite cut out for it because I've made over 100 videos so far. The highest view video is like at 17,000 views, which is by no means bad, but my average video just sucks. And yeah, I know I could be putting in the time to optimize my videos, edit the crap out of them. That's just not who I want to be. Sounds silly, I know, but I want my niche to be almost more like old school YouTube style, where you don't really have to rely on the content. You just be a nice person, be an interesting person, and there you go. But I know there's no guarantees with YouTube. I don't deserve like amazing views or anything. Ringo, she actually puts up good content. A lot of the other people that actually do well on YouTube put up good content and they're, good personality, whatnot. Meanwhile, me, I just suck. I know I'm a loser. Now, I know I'm sorry to be like negative this whole time. Most of my videos are not like this, okay? I'm not trying to pull you down. I'm not trying to pull you guys down with me or anything. This is just, it's my channel. It's a place place to vent because there's no one else I really can vent to. I know I could vent to my parents or whatever, but I mean, what are they going to do? You know, there's not really, they can't really provide a solution. I mean, you guys can't really even either, because, you know, solutions to this stuff is not easy. I mean, we're talking about life right here. Life has its struggles, but I try to be humble, because really there's a lot of YouTubers that kind of are greedy, to be honest, and it bothers me. Like, if I were to ever stream, if I were to ever be successful, I would probably not have donations or subscriptions enabled. Is that the same? Oh, no, okay. Hold on. But like, I feel like I'd be happy making, you know, 70K a year off of YouTube. Maybe that's greedy, I don't know. Like, you know, I just want to be able to make a good amount to like have a comfortable life. That makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, I don't have to be a millionaire to actually be successful on YouTube or be happy. I just want enough to actually have a stable living and actually, you know, do YouTube, which is something that I enjoy, right? Don't have to be making millions of dollars, and I don't really want to ask you guys for money either. That just kind of doesn't sit right with me. The only thing you guys should be paying me, or not even should, the only thing I would like you guys to pay me in is your time, just watching the video, hopefully enjoying it. If you do not enjoy it, don't watch it, okay? You know, you don't have to feel bad for me or anything. Trust me, I get it. You're probably struggling with life too. A lot of us are. I'm not unique to this, you know. I get it. What next? Oh, I guess I should have made this eye a little bit more curved down here, but that's all right. Maybe we'll just go ahead, color the body. I mean, I can just use the paint tool for this again. All right, that didn't do the worst job ever. What next? Go ahead, do that. We'll paint that ear and that ear. And we can paint that. Oh, that's not right. Right. I use that other color. Yeah, I don't know if my YouTube channel will ever pop off. It's hard. I think something I worry about is actually having a video that does really well. I don't know, you know, 1 million views or whatever, and then just my videos afterwards just fall back down to 1,000 or whatever. That's something that I am worried about. I don't want that to happen at all. I'm kind of scared for it. Kind of scared for my life, to be honest. You know, I don't want to be just working at a restaurant for the rest of my life. I don't want to just live a miserable existence. Like, it honestly, right now it feels like I'm being held together with paper clips and toothpicks. There I go with my words again. Yep. Oh man. Well, we're getting here on this at least. I mean, this ain't the worst ever. Sorry, I was looking for a second right there. What next? I guess the more fine details. You gotta do shading as well. I'm not good at shadows. I never have been. Even on paper, I could not really do them. What? That goes something like that. Yeah, not the worst. Where's that point? A little bit to the left. Okay. This one's down more. Okay. I see. Okay, that's we gotta have a little bit more gradual curve right there. Yeah. There we go. Kind of connect it. I wonder if you guys use the bucket tool or not. Do y'all use the bucket, or do you just manually color? Or is the bucket tool off limits? You know, is it like using AI to you? No. I do not condone the use of AI. I mean, I already made a rant video about it. Oh, man. It's funny. Sometimes on the job sites that I'm searching for, I see stuff like AI trainer. Yep. That's how stuff is going for us. Oh boy, that is not good. So where do I go on this? Okay, up to like here. Maybe I should start right here, then here. It's a little rough. A rough is an understatement. But yeah, I'm sorry you guys for the rant and the ramble. Just I kind of wanted to vent on it because it's on my mind a lot. You know, you don't have to worry about me ending my life early or stuff like that. You know, there's no concerns on that. At the very least, I will exist. It just might be a little bit of a miserable existence. Gosh, man, how the heck? Uni, how did you do this? I'm telling you guys, she should do art or something. She doesn't do commissions or anything. She just does art for fun, and yet she has a real talent for it. Then we kind of got the little heart right around here. Hey, that's not the worst heart ever. Okay, and then we can book it. What's next? Guess more detailing. I just go like a triangle right here. All right, so we'll cut the lines first or whatever, the outlines. And how does this go? Okay, I see. Does it go over more? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is this good by any means? Nope. But, oh, whoops. Might have to turn down the tolerance for that. Yep. All right, there we go. Hey, not the worst deal ever. Ideally, Unison becomes my thumbnail artist later on, if she wants to, of course. And also if my YouTube channel actually does well. Man, like, I hope it does well. I just have no idea. There's no guarantees. You can put in the hard work and still fail, people. I wish life was easier. I think it just sucks trying to be so humble and yet, like, just never getting any rewards for it when you see so many other greedy people on the platform, and yet they just still keep making money. They keep getting rich and whatnot. Like Tim the Tap Man, I like the guy, don't get me wrong, but it does kind of bother me when he's like, oh, 200 gifted or you're banned, or he fails at something. It's like, Chad, I want 200 gifted for that. It's like, bro, you're already a millionaire. You're seriously asking for money like that. Kai CNET, nothing against him, but with his Mafia-thon or whatever, where he was like begging chat for subs, that just, again, that bothers me. It's like you're probably a multi-millionaire and you're really begging. Oh, whoops, redo. Okay. What else am I missing? Oh, right, the little things right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Life is weird. I wanted to at first try to get to like a pro level at playing games before I make YouTube videos. I eventually just came to the realization that that's just never gonna happen. Again, another thing, hard work. Like, yeah, I know some of the really good people, they put in the hard work for getting good at games, but they have a talent for it. They have a gift for it. I put in many hours too. I was never able to get that good at it. I reached my limit. Just sucks how it feels like my limit for everything is average. Like I can't get good at anything. Good at anything that I actually want to be good at. Because, hey, there's a difference right there. It's like, yeah, I could be really talented at washing the dishes. Whoop-de-doo. But like, dude, really? Washing the dishes? Yeah, man, that's an absolute blast, you know? Have so much fun with that. Cool, man. I can work for corporations even harder. Heck yeah, bro. And then there's also just the moral side of things, you know, putting in the hustle for money where, I don't know, you're like scamming people or ripping people off. I ain't never doing any of that. I actually have flipping morals, I'm sorry. Okay, rough, but hey, we got it. Is that the rest of the cat, or am I missing anything? I think that's it. I'm just kind of laughing at it because it's like, pro. I know she's not an actual pro, but hey, she's really good at it. She's a great artist. I stand by that. She does very nice arts. And then there's mine. All right, well, background stuff now. Do I want to bother with that? I mean, maybe I can give an attempt at it, sure. Not really editing this video anyway, so if you guys made it this far, I'm surprised. Your attention span is, well, I mean, it doesn't even have to do with attention span. It just has to do with not being bored. Because I hate when people are like, oh, attention span's cooked. Yeah, it is for some people, but at the same time, a lot of people struggle to pay attention to something they find boring. It doesn't really have anything to do with attention span if you can't watch a video all the way through, or if you struggle to watch a video. It just has to do with, yeah, the thing is boring. People struggle to focus on stuff that's boring. That's all there is to it, man. I don't want to put my attention on something that's boring. I just want to move on. Only put my attention to something if it's like I absolutely have to. So that's my thoughts on that. Okay, now we can go a little bit, sorry, I was thinking on this a little bit thicker now though. Is that the same color? Oh, okay. Yep. Or wait, I just used the bucket right there. No, it's a slightly different shade. Okay. How am I want to do this? What thickness is that? Is that like 5? Ooh, it changes thickness. That's tough. So I know for Paint 3D, if you're on a mouse, if you drag it really fast, it will get thicker. Like you see that starts really thin over here. And you see over here how it's thicker than a circle. But if you're on like a tablet, it's just depending on how much pressure you put on the pen. So I don't really have any sort of brushes that like get thicker over time unless I go faster with them, but that is tough. Oh boy, that is not quite it. Is it more like that? No. Oh gosh. Then we kind of go, oh, I don't know what these sounds are, okay? I make sounds. I really do make some weird noises. Someone said I make like Dark Souls moans, and I cannot really unsee that. Or unhear that, I should say. Okay, we got that. Then, man, Uni, why do you have to put so much detail in these? Why do you have to be so good at this? Sorry about that. My dad just came in, so I had to kind of talk for a second and unmute, or not unmute, but mute. Okay. Let's see, I think we'll just kind of do some of this detailing a little bit. Maybe not the whole thing. Gosh dang, Uni, why you gotta do this like me? I think it goes a little bit like that. And where does this continue? Oh, that is far off. Gosh darn it. Yeah. Man, I'm sorry for these moments of pausing and not saying anything. I need to work on yapping more. That's no wonder my channel gets like no views, man. I'm sorry if this is a negative session. Oh man, you know, I'm sure we all have those moments. I'm trying to make an honest living, you know. I don't want to do any silly shenanigans. Like, I hate when people try to, you know, scam others and stuff like that. Bitcoin, AI, drop shipping. Like, starting your own business is not exactly like a scam idea or anything like that, But I hate when people act like, oh, want money? Just start your own business. Like, yeah, gee, thanks, Sherlock. Like, starting a business does not exactly guarantee success either. Even if you put hard work into it, the cheat code in life is having talent. I stand by that. Because, yeah, I kind of agree that, you're not exactly going to get anywhere without hard work, but you're really not going to get anywhere without talent. Or at least, I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, it's like, there are some people that just have jobs that are not exactly talented, but, just hard-working jobs, and they actually enjoy those jobs. Like, I mean, you don't exactly have to be talented at construction. Again, no offense to people in construction, but, you don't exactly have to be talented at it. There's like a lower bar for requirement for it, right? Like, it's easier to learn, I think. Again, I'm not trying to put anyone down for it. I'm trying to figure out how to word this without offending anyone. Regardless, there are easier jobs out there that some people have, and they just really enjoy it, and that's good for them, because hey, I think that's a true success in life. Having a job that you enjoy doesn't have to be the greatest paying, just a job that you actually enjoy. That's success in life right there. Sorry, I was like shifting myself a little bit right there. I feel like that's the true American dream, just having a job that you actually enjoy, because so many people these days, they get jobs that they just do not enjoy. Jobs to them, it feels more like a chore. It feels more miserable. It seems negative to have a job. It's not exactly seen as a positive thing. Oh man, this is so off now. Now I'm looking at it. Wow. Okay, well, whatever. This loop is a little bit off. What can I say? I'm not an artist. Sorry if the title's a little bit clickbait to anyone. Yep, I gotta come up with a good title. We'll see what the thumbnail is for this. Probably just gonna be like my image next to Uni's image. I pixelate this out, I guess. And if you're this far in the video, nice. That's cool. I appreciate it. But hey, if you left by now, it's no worries. I understand. Your time is valuable. You might as well watch something that you actually enjoy. And oh my gosh, Uni, your fancy detailing again. Okay, you know what? I think I'm done with this for now. So there we go. And here's my image next to Uni's. Honestly, not as terrible as what I thought it would be. I'm kind of getting fed up with these but I don't want to give up on it either, though. Okay, fine, I'll finish it. Some of y'all watching are probably like, "I'll finish it, you pansy." Yeah, man. I'm fine, bro. I'm putting the fries in the bag. Where? Okay, I see now. Okay, that was not good at all, but oh well. And then there's kind of this curly looking thing right here. Oh gosh, I know I keep saying that a lot. I'm sorry. I saw that I was saying a lot in the previous video, and I am sorry about that. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough, man. Till and Scallant, yeah, sure. Skill and talent. It probably feels so good to have. I wish I had some skill and talent in life. It's alright. Really? I just want to be able to live stress-free. That's what I ideally want. If I can live stress-free, I'm happy with it. And what it takes to be stress-free is really just simply having a job that I enjoy. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. I just have a job that I enjoy that, is paying well enough to where I can, of course, afford the essentials and afford some desires. That's good. Like, I don't have to be a millionaire. If I can just make, I don't know, what's like a good amount that's not like overly ambitious? Like, is 70K fair to ask for? Like 70K a year? I feel like that's, comfortable enough. Yeah, it always could change in this economy, but if I could just make 70K a year doing YouTube, I feel like I'd be happy with life then. Really, I do kind of want to make my parents proud. It's not like I've never made them proud before, because I did get good grades in school, but I think it's a different feeling for a parent to actually see your spouse, your children, making good money. Grades is one thing, but actually being successful is another thing. Oh, I need to color the nose. Ooh, whoops, completely forgot about that part. What else is going on? Well, Marathon is coming out here shortly. What is it, today now? Yeah, it is officially the 26th. Personally, I'm not going to play Marathon, but I'm going to keep a keen eye on it. That is for sure. Because as a Destiny 2 player, I'm so curious to see how this plays out. I'm not one to like root on its downfall. I do think that's a little bit weird to root for a game's downfall. But if the game fails, I won't exactly feel bad for Bungie. I'll feel bad for the people that were hoping the game is good, yes. But I won't feel bad for the company. Because, hey, I mean, man, Bungie's just not exactly a good company anymore. Like, their Halo days is far gone, let me tell you that. Alright, well, there we go. That's the cat image done. Wonder how Uni did the swirls in the background. She probably did them first and then the cat. I feel like that would just be so much easier. But hey, not the worst ever. Obviously, the lines are not smooth. Oh, they're so jagged. I know Uni actually has like a tablet that she draws on, and so that's what she typically does. I think she still does do some paper here and there. Actually, I don't know what she's really doing now. Would have to ask. Maybe she gets this far in the video, she'll comment down. I don't know. Anyway, now for the more tough part, we're going to try to do a robed whale using this guy. Just doing the pointing. Well, not exactly using this guy, but okay, here. So let me just kind of, I guess, get like a basic sketch of what I want. So we'll do this over here, I guess. So kind of pointing, and then we've kind of got handcuffs of like the robe right now. I think my hands, say they'd probably just be more like mittens like that. I wouldn't have fingers, but I'd have a thumb probably. That's what I mean by mittens. You know, you don't really have fingers, but you have a thumb. All right, there's that. Now what? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna bring this closer. We're gonna try to just use this as the final thing instead of like a sketch. So what now? Let's see here. We can continue the glove, or not glove, the arm. The angle is definitely off, I feel like. So let's just draw the other side of him. I would like to get like a different profile pic someday. Maybe Uni can do one for me if she feels like it, but for now we'll just stick with what we got. Okay, now we're kind of just doing like the collar, I guess. So we'll drag it down. We'll just go down the middle, then guess something like this. I do have to fit my arm in here somewhere, but hold on, we'll kind of, oh, that's rough. That's a little bit too thick. Kind of go something like that, and then, oh man, all the artists watching this are judging hard, and they're like, yeah, you suck at it. Look, I know I'm a loser. I get it. First time really doing stuff like this, okay? Now this is definitely too flat. You gotta try to angle him a bit more. I don't know. Perspectives are hard, and like, thing is, I don't exactly have like the clearest mind. Like, it's hard to picture this stuff exactly in fine detail. I feel like if you have a mind that can really picture this stuff, you'll be better at art. But I kind of struggle. So let's see. And then we've kind of got the snoot coming out. This is maybe too far. Oh boy. Yeah, 2D images are a lot more easy for me to do. I feel like I'm kind of doing a bad thing with my hand is all I'll say. Maybe ideally I could try to have like my fingers, or like lack of fingers, kind of scrunched up. Here, maybe if I get my eraser, see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, try to have my fingers kind of just scrunched up like this. That makes sense? Yeah, there we go. Okay, not the worst thing ever. Just fill this back in. Doesn't matter too much. Okay, back to black, and then we'll kind of drill the snoot. I feel like the sperm whale is the most iconic whale, as well as like, was it the killer whale? Okay, then we'll just drag that down. Then, you know, you got like the square end of the snoot, right? I'm just calling it the snoot for now. I don't know what it's actually called. Do I need to go? I need to go higher, don't I? Yeah, I'm kind of realizing that now. I need to, oops. Okay, I can just do this. Be able to color it back in a bit more. Color that away, and then we can redo. So I probably need to actually have like a little bit more of a neck. Gosh, this is going to look absolutely cursed. I think I need to bring the canvas up a little bit more. There we go. And can color it as well. I'm just coloring this gray so that you guys do not get flashbanged while watching this, because I know bright white screens are a problem. I do not like looking at them either, especially since I have glasses and my glasses have some scratch marks. It's a real rough thing. My neck is definitely way too thick. I do not like how thick that is. But okay, and then we'll try to draw the snoot. Again, the perspective the perspective and angles are not good. Then we'll kind of do this and that. So bam. I think this would have to be like down a little bit, like I don't know. I'm not good at this whole art stuff. I'm not good at drawing. What's rough about this? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to use 2D shapes. Hopefully that does not really bother you guys. I feel like I need some perspective here for my own sake. How large should I make this? Maybe something like that. Again, the neck thickness is bothering me, but we'll do with that for now. Okay, and then we'll kind of maybe use this as like the bottom. Is that a little bit too thin? Small? Or wait, it would probably have to be over here now, right? Yeah. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is get the black out so that I can kind of just draw these lines like that, and that kind of helps me get a little bit better perspective. Maybe I needed to bring this down. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh, this is tough. My friend is probably gonna watch this and just be like laughing away at me. Yep, I can't say that I blame her. She has every right to laugh. Like, what the heck is this garbage, you baka? Yep, I am one baka, that is for sure. Sorry, I was just thinking about I was thinking back about my hard work argument earlier. Oh, just the older people that just like hard work everything, you know. Oh, you're being lazy, you're not putting in the grind, you're not putting in 80 hours a day. I don't want to hear about it. Cool, man. You're suffering. I don't know how you're happy with life. How are you just cool with like putting in 60 hours a week? Oh, that's so rough, man. Okay, I know I should like round these edges some, but that's alright. Sorry, I'm scrolling in and out so much. I'm just really thinking right now. Okay, so I guess I'll kind of have my eye like right here. Crown will be up top. It's just gonna be a simple crown. Nothing too complex. I kind of want it to be at least 3 lines. So how should I do this? Maybe kind of like that. Whoa. No, sir. There we go. Not the greatest crown. That is all right. And then, so you can either do like the mouth like right here, or I feel like you could add the mouth like down here. In this case, I of course want it to be the surprise mouth. I feel like I prefer the mouth down here personally. Like I know realistically you'll probably put the mouth right here, but hey, this is art. We don't have to be realistic. So I think we'll just put it like right here. I think that sounds good. I do think that there will be a little bit of a line right here, the separation of color, because you know this side's supposed to be kind of white and a little bit wrinkly. This side's supposed to be blue, right? Man, that is rough. Okay, well, just doing some simple coloring. You know, make that gold or whatever, and we can make that blue, and then if I do some white or maybe a little bit darker white, and that would be black. What's funny is if I ever do have Uni as my thumbnail artist, I'll still have to like describe and sketch out the art that I want. She would still have to look at my abominations. That is white, not black. My bad. And then like I know the coloring's a bit off. I don't have this whole thing be white, but that's okay. Then we'll go with a nice red. Kind of gotta hold on. Now I can just still use red for this part too. Just gotta create a line down here so I can actually fill properly like that. And we'll boing. Gotta create another line down here. And then pop. Nice. Bang. We can highlight the thumb a little bit more again. I need to put the thumb up more, but that's okay. Okay, I guess I will kind of I don't know if that's quite correct. I mean, again, the angles are not good. The angles are off. Man, that looks so bad. Like this art looks okay because I at least have a really good reference. I'm just copying it 1-to-1. This I'm trying to actually have to do a little bit more free thought. Then I don't know, we would probably have like the little lines in these colors, you know. I'll just do some marks, I guess, just something like that. Yeah, okay. And then right over here, all right, okay, I can do a little bit more. There we go. There's that. That is completely off. Ew, yep, that's rough. Okay, so we got this, and then we've got this down here. So I think that's it for now. Just wanted to do a silly little challenge. I know this is going to be a lot of uncut footage. I'm sorry. I think the process is important. So rather than me talking so much, sorry to be negative so much about my life. I'm not really happy right now. I'm struggling, to be honest. Like, again, I'm pushing forward, but it's tough. You know, I try to put in the grind for my YouTube channel. I know I'm not doing too much. I'm not making good videos, admittedly, but I'm still trying to go forward. I just hope that you guys can at least relate to me, or at least like my personality something, because that's what I'm mostly trying to be. And it's hard in this climate, really. YouTube is not quite what it was. It's a lot more optimization, a lot more just attention grabbing. It's not really what it used to be, where it's about the personality. Instead, it's about the content that you're actually making. So I'm really at poor odds. And my YouTube content, again, I'm just gonna still try to upload daily, but in a month or two, I'll probably be back to working at the restaurant, so I might miss a day here and there. I was really hoping that I could do YouTube pretty well before having to get a job, but that just might not be the case. Well, see how things go. I'm gonna try to ask my mom if I can at least wait until like April to start working again. No one in my family knows about my YouTube channel besides my sister, actually. I'm just hoping I can do well enough and surprise my mom and dad with it, so we'll just see how things go. If you made it this far, thank you. That's all I've got to say for now, so we'll see whatever I do in tomorrow's video. I'll just keep going at this treadmill.